What's going on, paisanos? V here, coming at you with another video today. In today's video, I want to go over the top 10 decks of this meta. Stay tuned for the end of the video as I'll go over honorable mentions, decks I think that are going to see play, but whether or not they're good or not, it really determines on what the future releases are and how the meta shifts. But these decks I do believe will see play, at least at the beginning of this meta, up until we get a new set with a new tier 1 deck and everything changes. Guys, before I begin, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and if you guys are shopping on TCG Player, check out my code down below. Really would appreciate it, help the channel out. Number 1, I'm going to say, and they're in order, so I should really go by 10. Number 10, Altergeist. I still think Altergeist is going to see a lot of meta play. I think Altergeist, playing in OCG, we see that they're getting meta play. Yes, they have 3 max season, definitely helps Altergeist out a lot, and makes them almost a tier 1 deck in the OCG. But even without Max C, I still think Altergeist is going to see play here in the TCG. And I think we're going to see this deck all over the place. What with 3 Solemn Judgments. The whole Solemn package almost fully, with Warning being the only one. I think it's limited. But yeah, I think Altergeist is going to see a ton of play. I think the deck is still phenomenal. I'm going to have an updated deck before I come on this channel. Seriously, don't sleep on this deck. It's not dead. It definitely got powered down, but definitely didn't die as well. And you'll still be seeing it at regionals and at locals. Number 2, Dinosaurs. With everything getting powered down, Dinosaurs needed that just to become meta. That's all they needed, was the meta to slow down just a little bit for them to come onto the scene. And we can talk about Dinosaurs pure, we can talk about Shadow Dinosaurs, we can talk about any kind of variant of Dinosaurs, but nevertheless, Dinosaurs is still a good deck. And we're going to see them around a lot, so get ready for it. Now, whether or not they stay relevant is it's up to anybody's guess. I know last time I did one of these videos, I didn't mention Dinosaurs, because I didn't think they was going to stick around, and they didn't. And this meta, I do feel we might see them in the beginning, but they might fall off eventually after a while, depending on how the meta shifts. Next, Sky Strikers. Now, I think Sky Strikers is a very good deck still, and I think the deck definitely still has their one amazing card, multi-roll. So obviously, I do believe this deck is going to stick around. I think the deck will stick around for a bit, depending how Konami makes it. Maybe Konami makes some more cards, maybe Konami unlocks Sky Striker monsters, who knows. But with making Kaina an Ultimate Rare and OTS Pack 11, Konami, you better do something to make this deck decent at the very least. Yeah, this deck's been around forever, by the way, since Dark Saviors, which is almost 2 years, a year and a half, I think. It's been around for a very long time. And yeah, I'm kind of sick and tired of it. I guarantee you everyone else is. But imagine making a new card for a deck and reprinting Ray as a secret for a deck that you're about to kill. Doesn't really work well. So I wonder what Konami's working on in the background for Sky Strikers. And you have to ask yourself about that as well. Now, Altergeist, Sky Strikers, Salamangreat, as I'm about to show you right here, is another great deck. What number is it? 10, 9, 8. Number 7 is Salamangreat. These are decks that are still going to be around. You know that feeling you got when you play against True Draco's last meta? That feeling that you're like, oh my god, I gotta respect this deck, or I'm gonna outright get whipped by it. That's what I feel is going to happen with Sky Strikers, with Salamangreat, with Altergeist. Anybody who disrespects these decks, who thinks these decks are just not good, who thinks their deck is better than their deck, is going to lose to these decks. If you're still reading what Salamangreat Sanctuary does, or maybe what Sky Strikers, any of their cards do, or the Altergeist cards, you're going to lose to them. And you're going to lose to them not at their fault, or not at their skill level, your skill level, because you're incompetent as far as whether or not you know what the deck does. And take that as you may, but if you want to win, you better know what these decks do, because it's still going to see meta play. And once you know what they do, that's it. It's done. If you play one of these decks that's a little bit higher in the tier, I think you have a great chance of winning. But once again, a lot of players, I know playing Altergeist, oh my god, I don't know for how long, for almost forever. I know, what is it, before Sky Striker playing Altergeist, I know for a fact that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, up until Nationals, were still reading my cards. Easy wins. And I just don't want that to happen to you guys. I want you guys to realize, there's like 2 Dracos, that you gotta know what they do, know the combos, know how to shut that deck down. You have to know if it's Sky Strikers, you have to know if it's Salamangreat, and you have to know for Altergeist. Number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Number 5 is Pendulum Magicians. Now, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are instantly gonna snap go, Pendulum Magicians, of course V, and Demons are pure, who cares, I'm playing Pendulums, they haven't got touched but I balanced. And you're 100% correct. But you're incorrect thinking that this is going to be the be-all end-all deck of the meta. It's not going to be. In fact, your deck says, hey, Spear Mode me, and then I lose. Or Spear Mode me, and then I'll try to Pendulum Summon, but realistically, my whole extra deck is on the field / graveyard, I'm going to lose. And even though I love Pendulum Magicians, even though I actually have the deck around here somewhere, and I put it in brand new sleeves the other day because I want to play it, because I miss the deck a lot, I still don't think it's as good as a lot of people are talking about. I don't think it's as broken. Yes, it did not get touched at all on the ban list, because everybody got hit already. We already lost Electronite to 1, and we already have Astrograph hit. And really start me in the other Pendulum card, whose name I don't know because I don't want to even look at her. Don't want to look at her. I just think Pendulum Magicians are a great deck, but they're not as OP as I think everyone's alluding to. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 5, Galatea, the Orcust automation. I think Orcust is still a great deck. I think the deck has a ton of combos left. The deck had so many combos. We saw a 60-card variance. That's a good indicator of, oh yeah, this deck has tons of combos. To find 60 cards and go, I can't put this to 40. That means the deck's probably most likely going to still be around unless you directly kill the deck, in which Konami did not do. So it's fair to say that Orcust is still going to be around this meta. It's fair to say that Orcust is still going to be doing their crazy plays. Not as broken as double negate and I can send 2 cards away to the graveyard, one's not targeting at the end of your turn kind of plays. None of that crazy stuff, but still pretty crazy. Still pretty crazy, and I'm actually pretty excited to see the new Orcust combos and the new build of the deck, because I still think the deck is a phenomenal deck, and I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that are playing this deck have not really gotten rid of the deck. We can tell that by just looking at the market price. Nobody's dumping this deck onto the market. Nobody's dumping any of these cards like Galatea onto the market. Possibly think Garusu because the Ultimate Red reprint, but even then it's not really happening. So I think most Orcust players, as well as other players that are looking to play Orcust, well, they're not pulling out. Hidden City, number whatever. Hidden City, Guru Control, obviously, is definitely going to be a deck. Probably the best control deck of the meta. And I said it before, I think it's a phenomenal control deck, but it's so weak. Its biggest inherent flaw is you play against Guru Control, you side Kaijus, you win. I mean, it's that simple. You side in Kaijus, the game is basically done. You start slapping Kaijus on board, and most Guru Control players, they just can't. I mean, they have to top deck 2 Gurus. In a deck of 40 cards, their main monster is 3. That's it. And yes, they have ways, like, to search it out, like with Hidden City. But with Terraforming to 1, it just makes it a little bit more harder. They have ways to drop down Guru, but with Kaijus being fully unlocked, it makes it a little bit more harder. They have ways to control the field, while with 3 Solemn Judgments, but it just makes it harder when we have Red Reboot. So I think, even though, yes, Guru Control is a phenomenal deck, I still think it has a big inherent flaw, which I think that's the way Konami wanted to do it. They wanted the best decks to have huge openings. To have huge openings that you can play with a decent side deck can easily win against them. And I think that's the kind of the focus of the meta. Starting out, it's definitely going to change, by the way. But starting out, that's what it is. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, number 3 is 2 Dracos. Being the fact that this deck didn't get hit, I mean, once again, it got hit already in the bans previously, so obviously it wasn't going to get hit, and now, the deck can run Solemn Judgment at 3, yeah, 2 Dracos are probably going to stay for a while, and they're going to be another deck that's just a great deck that you have to respect. Is 2 Dracos going to be all over the place? Probably not. I don't think 2 Draco is going to be as prominent, or we're going to see a huge resurgence of 2 Draco players. But it'd be ignorant to say that this deck is not a deck that you have to respect. One thing, like I said about Salamangreat and Skystrikers and Altergeist, you have to respect this deck in order to beat this deck. You can't just walk up and go, 2 Dracos? Psh, I don't even know what this deck does. But my deck's tier 1, so I'm going to murder it. No, you're going to lose. That simple. You better learn what these decks do. You better learn when to stop them, what to stop them, how to make a good side against them, and you'll get easy wins against them all the time. But until then, these players are still going to be taking W's, and I guarantee you, we'll see them take their regional invites. Start at the end of August, when the regional season starts up again. Thunder Dragons. So, yes, this deck lost a couple of pieces, but it's still an amazing deck. The deck can still play pure Thunder Dragons. Remember that deck? Yeah, it can still do that. The deck can still use the Danger build, and that can still work as well. Thunder Dragons are still going to be around, and they're still going to be viable, and they really mess up a lot of decks that are already weakened, as I said earlier here on this list. Thunder Dragons is just a phenomenal deck. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of are already looking forward to working on different builds and variants. And oh yeah, by the way, the price point Thunder Dragons is increasing to show player confidence in this deck. Look at Thunder Dragon Colossus Ultimate Rare. It's a $37 card, but we're seeing it here at $44. I would ask why, but it's kind of silly to ask that question when we know the answer. It's going to be the best deck. It's going to be the best deck by a long margin. Konami didn't hit this deck. In OC, we have Colossus at 1. So yeah, it missed the bullet, and it's still here, and it's still going to be a viable deck. And if you think you're just going to walk in and smack this deck, you're going to learn today, boy. Another deck I think is going to be phenomenal. Actually, I didn't even think about this deck until last night where a buddy hit me up. It's Crusadia's. Crusadia Guardragon is going to be a real deck. A deck that can abuse the extra Guardragons, which, oh yeah, didn't get hit by the ban list, can spam out a full board. I'm dead serious, 10, 11, 8, even 12 extra monsters in one turn. Going first or going second, it's going to spam. It's extremely resilient to hand traps and extremely resilient to current board negations. I think Crusadia Guardragons might even beat Thunder Dragons on a more consistent level. I have to do further testing to tell you that, by the way. I really do think this deck is that good. Nevertheless, I think Crusadia Guardragon is probably going to be the most dominant deck up until we get some changes, or maybe something in Rising Rampage. I've seen a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players talk about Rising Rampage. I'm seeing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players not have that confidence they had in previous sets as they have in Rising Rampage. And who knows, it could be a Shadow Spectre set. A set that just looked good, but is trash in the end. And if we got closer to this set, we kind of saw for what it was. Then again, it could be a Duelist Alliance set. A set in which we looked at and we're like, I got a decent deck, I guess. This deck called Shadows is decent, I guess. Nothing else is good. And then, oh yeah, wait a minute. We have Shadows and Burning Abyss. These decks got full power. Literally changed the way Yu-Gi-Oh players looked at the game. So I don't really talk that much about meta until I walk into the meta. That's the way I feel personally. I know got a lot of you players, you're probably talking about it, but it's hard to really talk about the meta when we're not in it right now. And we're going to be in it in about a week. Honorable mentions. I just said up here. Honorable mentions. It's going to be 5 decks. I think these 5 decks, once again, can make their way into the top 10 list easily. I think these 5 decks should get some more support. Some have gotten support already. And I think these 5 decks are going to get Yu-Gi-Oh players at regional invites. No doubt in my mind, these 5 decks are that good, but against a decent Yu-Gi-Oh player when playing against a better player. Anyway, Missing Mind. Missing Mind Burns a phenomenal deck. It's a deck that didn't get hit in the ban list. What, you got Metaverse hit? Alright. Metaverse hit. Where's Demise of the Land? Can I click on it? No. Okay. No big deal. Metaverse got hit. They also had this little card called Demise of the Land. Didn't get hit at all. Didn't even get touched at. So Demise of the Land activates when you point for someone's monster. Select one field spell from your deck and activate it. So you know how before you can Ash Blossom a Metaverse, you have to look at Demise of the Land when he's doing it. Like literally, you start doing your combo. They flip Demise of the Land because you special summon, obviously. They put that card on board, and now you're looking at a Mystic Mime deck that just is gonna look at you and do whatever it wants to do. Right, it don't have Metaverse. It just has another way to Metaverse you. Okay. Thanks, Konami. Up next, Magical Musketeers. Now, we got 2 sides of Yu-Gi-Oh players. We got one side of Yu-Gi-Oh players saying it's absolute trash, the deck's not good. We got another side of Yu-Gi-Oh players going, I'm going to give it a shot, I think the deck is good. And then we got what we have right here. A deck that we just don't know if it's good or not. We have zero idea. Let any Yu-Gi-Oh player tell you the deck's amazing, the deck's trash. They haven't played in Yu-Gi-Oh meta because we're not in it yet, realistically speaking. I think within the next 2-3 weeks, we'll know where Musketeers are. But right now, nobody really knows. I do think Musketeers have a great opportunity to show that the deck is phenomenal. Their Link monster is insane, but I still think Musketeers need something else. I think Musketeers need like a field spell to help allow them to promote their game state a little bit more. Even one field spell would change this deck. The Link monster is amazing, but without a little extra push, I don't know if it could do it. But I could be wrong. A deck can easily just walk into the Yu-Gi-Oh events and just take names and just throw down. I know back when Dinosaurs first had their big push not long ago, I brought Musketeers without Max to a Yu-Gi-Oh event, and the Yu-Gi-Oh day, it was like a 40-man tournament. Yeah, made top 4. The deck is definitely very good, and the deck can very easily smack a lot of players that are not ready for it. So I'm not sleeping on Musketeers, and hopefully you're not either. Prank Kids. That's right, Prank Kids. No. I didn't stutter. Prank Kids. This deck's amazing. This deck's insane. I mean, the fact that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players don't know what this deck does, you know, like I said earlier with Skystrikers, Altergeist, Salamangreats, it makes this deck even that much more better. I think Prank Kids is a phenomenal deck. I think Prank Kids, wow, they lost they lost to Terraforming? Cool. They have 3 field spells, and they have that other field spell, which name I forgot. Fusion Recycling Plan, there it is. They have that they could use. And that just makes more room for more non-Prank Kid cards in the deck to allow more consistency. That's the only problem with Prank Kids, it's consistency. I will say, though, this deck is more consistent than it is not, but nevertheless, the deck needs a better way to be consistent. I think Konami can release more cards to make this deck that much more better. With that said, guys, Prank Kids is a phenomenal deck. Do me a favor, real quickly. Stop pause this video, think about 4 Prank Kid monsters, and tell me what their effects are. Okay, if majority of you don't know what it is, that's a problem for you, not for me. I know what this deck does. I know how to stop it. But, you know, with Altergeist being probably the best deck to beat Praying Kids, with this deck not being as popular as it once is, Praying Kids can thrive once again. Realize, guys, in YCS Germany, when Praying Kids played against Thunder Dragons, and all the kid did was just spam the board, and eventually going to board load and take Thunder Dragon monsters and just start owning the board. And the Thunder Dragon player did nothing. He got full combo off twice and still had to just get wrecked. I definitely think this deck's a great deck. I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that know how to play this deck are going to play this deck really well and do really well at events. And this deck's dirt cheap, by the way. This is the most expensive card Praying Kids place, and it's $4 to $5. That's it. That's the most expensive card. I mean, yeah, you're going to need a Borrow Dragon, but it's coming out in a structure deck as a common soon, so you'll be able to have it for less than Praying Kids place. And yeah, you might need a Borrow Dragon. Oh wait, that got a reprint. And you might not even always go into Borrow Dragon, depending on the game state you're currently in right now. Hell, you can play Praying Kids with the full Praying Kids package right now. That course is going to run you, what, 15, 20 bucks? And still womp on everything you play. I'm dead serious, by the way. I think this deck's a phenomenal deck, highly underrated, and right now it's going to get Yu-Gi-Oh players wins at even local levels. So we got a sneak peek coming up this weekend. I'm going to guess some Praying Kids kid somewhere is going to play and just get wins with this deck, because nobody's going to know what it does. Next, Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons is a great deck, and I think the deck has a lot of viability in the upcoming meta we're going to be in right now. The only reason I didn't put Cyber Dragons in my top 10, because it's a combo deck, but it's not as good as other combo decks. It just isn't. And most players aren't going to play it to that degree. Very few can actually play Cyber Dragons at a high enough level. And like I said it a long time ago, I'll say it again real quickly. There are Yu-Gi-Oh players, an average Yu-Gi-Oh player will play Cyber Dragons at tier 2. A phenomenal Yu-Gi-Oh player can easily go to tier 1.5, even at a tier 1 level, depending on skill and the game state, of course, and how the meta is. So I think that's what I think looking at. So every time I look at Cyber Dragons, I think it's the same way Burning Abyss, by the way. Same way Burning Abyss, the same way with Cyber Dragons. These are both phenomenal decks that can easily get Yu-Gi-Oh play a good Yu-Gi-Oh player, get the Yu-Gi-Oh player a win out of regionals, or even a top at a YCS, or even hopefully better one day. But looking at Cyber Dragons as they currently stand right now, for most average players, who knows? It's a coin flip. Then we have Totally Awesome, the card. No, look at that Totally Awesome. Look at that Marine says, we don't know how good it is. And we have a piece of the deck coming up in Rising Rampage. I only think we have the full version of the deck. With that said, that hasn't stopped Yu-Gi-Oh players from just going crazy all over it. I'm going to talk about the market watch tomorrow. Other cards that's going to be rising in value. We already see Totally Awesome going up in value. The Invasion Vengeance, the original print version with an $11 market price, has about $12.50. It's going up in value. Rodent Totem from OTS 1 Pack 4 with a $5 market price? No, it's not. It's about $30. Dew Frog, you say? Sure, that's about a $4 market price. Oh, wait a minute. That's $5.50. Swap Frog? This card's a little bit more than what it currently is supposed to be. $73 on the market. Oh, it's almost bought out. We got 2 over here for $80. After that, it's almost $90 for Swap Frog. Unless Paleo Frogs players or prospective players are really excited and just preemptively buying Paleo Frogs, I'm going to guess that people are getting ready for Marine Sets, because it can be a good deck. And once again, we don't know if it is. We don't know how the meta is going to shift, and we don't know how Marine Sets is going to do. We can only find out in the next couple of weeks. And I think that makes Yu-Gi-Oh more exciting to not know what the best decks are. I just said 10 decks with 5 honorable mentions, and I could be wrong about all of these, and a brand new deck could be in Rising Rampage that could be tier 1 dominant. Dominant as in it's the best deck. You play anything else, you're just gonna lose. It's inevitable. And I think that's kind of cool about Yu-Gi-Oh right now. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What deck are you playing at the regionals? What deck are you playing at locals, at Rising Rampage? What are you shuffling right now? Definitely comment down below. I would love to know what you guys think. And if you're looking to buy cards, guys, like I said, once again, please make sure to check out my link down below. It refers you guys to TCG player. It lets everybody know that you're a Paisano, and it really helps out the channel a lot, guys. It really does. It allows me to buy a better microphone and get a better camera to add more great content to this channel. I already have great equipment, but it just makes it a little bit much more better. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And you Paisanos, you Paisanos have a good day.